John Anderson liked to say he was at the bottom of the food chain. A bottom feeder. It was things like that they said about themselves. You know, plumber to plumber, while smoking behind the shop. They'd make jokes about it and say stuff like, "Your crap is my family's bread and butter." Or, "Every time your toilet won't flush, you put food in my mouth." Or, John's favorite, "Plumbing is the only profession where you can take a leak and fix it at the same time." Other than the jokes, there wasn't much to laugh about in his profession. John Anderson had stopped enjoying his work many years ago. To be honest, he was sick of it. They were busier than ever around the island since more and more people lately had problems with their pipes and plumbing. Sometimes John wondered if it was an age thing, if the pipes laid underneath Fano Island were getting too old. It wasn't unusual for John to be busy this time of year since the cold was starting to set in, and often people's pipes would freeze overnight and even crack. But this January had been a lot busier than what they were used to. A lot. John rolled the minivan up in front of the old building that housed Fishy Pines and killed the engine. He let a long sigh hiss through his teeth and took off his seatbelt. It was his last job of the day and, hopefully, it was going to be a fast one. Tina, his wife, was waiting back at the house. She had dinner ready. Pork chops and mashed potatoes, his favorite. And he had promised to be home before 6 o'clock today. He looked at his watch. Half an hour. It was all he had and all he was going to give this. John got out and grabbed his toolbox. A woman came out from the building and approached him. "Are you the plumber?" John nodded indifferently and pointed at the van that said Plumber John in big letters. Next to it, a sticker said, "The man, the myth, the plumber." "So glad you're here," the lady said. She was wearing a white coat over her knitted sweater, and he guessed she was a nurse. She could also be a doctor, but she didn't look like one to John. The place was known around town as the Nutcase House. It was where you ended up if things didn't quite add up inside your head, as John's mom had put it when driving by back when he was still just a kid himself. John remembered how he, as a child, would picture the people in this place. How they would sit in their chairs and rip out the hair from their head, pull it all out, while laughing maniacally and pointing at you with their crooked fingers, telling you that you are up next. A shiver ran down John's spine as he walked up towards the front door and followed the lady inside. "I understand it was some issue with the pipes?" he asked as the fluorescent life engulfed him. The woman nodded. "Yes, especially at nighttime. It keeps our patients up and, between you and me, the last thing you want in a place like this is grumpy patients."